Angle between two planes. In this module, you will learn to find the angle between two planes. Consider two planes intersecting each other in a straight line. If N1 is the normal to one plane and N2 is the normal to the other plane, then the planes are described by the equations vector r dot vector n1 is equal to d1 and vector r dot vector n2 is equal to d2. Let us assume that the acute angle formed between the two planes is theta. This further implies that obtuse angle between the two planes is 180 degrees minus theta. Since the obtuse angle between the two planes is 180 degrees minus theta, the obtuse angle between the two lines along the planes is also 180 degrees minus theta. Now look at the quadrilateral formed by the normals N1, N2 and the intersecting lines along the two planes. Applying angle sum property of quadrilateral, you get the angle between the two normals as theta. The acute angle formed between the two normals is same as the acute angle formed between the planes. Similarly, obtuse angle formed between the normals N1 and N2 is same as the obtuse angle formed between the planes. Thus, you can define the angle between the two planes as the angle between their normals. Let us now calculate the angle between the two normals, which can be calculated by using the fact that dot product of vectors n1 and n2 is equal to the product of the magnitude of vector n1, magnitude of vector n2 and cosine of angle theta. This further implies that theta is equal to cosine inverse of modulus of dot product of vectors n1 and n2 upon magnitude of vector n1 into magnitude of vector n2 whole. The vector n1 cross vector n2 is parallel to the line of intersection of two planes. That is, the line of intersection of the planes is always perpendicular to both the normals if the normals n1 and n2 are perpendicular to each other. That means they are at 90-degree angle. Then their dot product is equal to 0 as cosine of 90 degrees is 0. This helps us to conclude that if dot product of normals n1 and n2 is 0, then the planes are perpendicular to each other as the angle between the two planes is defined as the angle between their normals. On the contrary, if the angle between the normals n1 and n2 is 0 degrees, then their normals are parallel to each other. The fact that the angle between the two planes is same as the angle between their normals helps us to conclude that the two planes are parallel to each other if their normals are parallel. In this module, you have learnt that angle between the two planes is defined as the angle between their normals. If theta is the angle between the two planes represented by the equations vector r dot vector n1 is equal to d1 and vector r dot vector n2 is equal to d2, then value of theta is given by cosine inverse of modulus of dot product of vectors n1 and n2 upon magnitude of vector n1 into magnitude of vector n2 whole. Two planes are perpendicular to each other if dot product of their normals is equal to 0. Two planes are parallel if their normals are parallel to each other.